This week on American Icons. Every so often a man comes along that changes the world. He sees things differently.
Before, you wouldn't know if you should shake.
This was his personal crusade.
He is the most widely read writer on the planet. From his tragic childhood in Ohio to being the top directions writer in New York, and how the country he loved and saved turned on
Trucks
him.
were set on fire.
People just completely lost their minds.
His tentacles are all around us.
The unsung hero of direction writing. This is the Frank Zip story. A true American icon.
Yes, like all good artists, he came from a tortured egg. Isolated in southern Ohio, growing up on a small farm.
They really couldn't afford a lot of the household products that we all have now.
He was supposed to make a diorama in school. He ended up just building a Cheerios box. I think he desired to get out of there. His father was cut to pieces by a combine. His father being minced in a combine. Minced. Before then, it didn't say do not clean the blades while the engine is engaged. So I think that is a very telltale story. That's the chicken and the egg. If you bought a bottle of Bayer aspirin, where do I open it? Is it at the top? Is it the bottom? Do I shake this? Should it be kept cold or hot? These are the things that perplexed the American dream, that stopped us from progressing from beyond knuckle-dragging primates eating marrow by a creek, clutching our reproductive organs in the storms that had ravaged Earth for years. But then, open here, aspirin, headache gone. I'm going to go build a bridge. And it caught like wildfire in the food world. It was word of mouth. It was in this hole, out this hole, into somebody else's hole, back out that hole. You see what I'm saying? He was left and right-handed, so he worked very quickly. Open here, that's the pop.
Ask your doctor.
Occupied, unoccupied.
That was his golden age.
It was that. Amazing. Turn, twist here, shake well, don't shake.
Clipped small sentence.
You scratch and sniff.
Instructional haikus.
2 weeks later, he had his own floor on the Chrysler building.
Making millions of dollars.
There's actually a song about it. Frank Zip.
The bag would rip, the aspirin wouldn't open. I'd put soap in my eyes. Then they appeared to my surprise. Now I'm walking along, singing the directions song. Pull here, turn here.
Frank hated that song.
That's when it was famed, but like everything, he had everything but the woman. You know, it's like the old poem. The man who lives in a house made of diamonds may not have a woman, but he has things around him that sparkle and that he can sell.
That was one of Frank's instructions that offended a lot of people. You know, do not swallow. Oh my God, you know, what's he implying here?
That was a racy phrase. It may not sound very racy or outlandish today because of the video games where you rip someone's anus out and you eat it and you get 1,000 points. But back then, that was very racy.
It was implying something of a sexual nature.
It was a manhunt, a witch hunt.
Frank was getting death threats.
The Christian right didn't want you to know that you should tear a condom from the top.
A dog's head was mailed to him.
You should take the pill the day after.
He knew that there might be some trouble with it. He knew that he might offend some fringe group. He had no idea the backlash that occurred. It was like this huge movement occurred.
People picketed stores.
It was unbelievable.
Grocery stores were shut down.
Hundreds of people, I mean, they were rioting in the street.
Trucks were set on fire.
People just completely lost their minds.
Mass was sparsely attended.
It was terrible.
The country came to a halt. Frank had passed. He passed.
I just can't accept that he's dead.
And, really, what would we do without him?
His last words were, use as recommended.
What else can you add to that?
Pull here, turn here. There's something wrong here. Could be my perception. Waiting for a little direction.